I'm actually actually super pissed about this. They have this if Star Wars Outlaws 2 is dead, then that's bad for video games. One, no, it's not. If Star Wars Outlaws 2 is dead, it's because they shit the bed, and Ubisoft has been pieces of shit for a while, and I'm tired of these game journalists getting away with just hawking their crap on people, dude. These shitty ideas about what the reality of the world is. Star Wars Outlaws was worse than the Old Republic game that came out years ago. Hell, I would say Star Wars Outlaws is worse than the online game for Old Republic. That actually has a decent storyline. I didn't want to believe it, but I played it because my cousin got me to play it. And, you know, I think that is true. In my opinion, I enjoyed the storyline in those two games far better than I would ever have enjoyed the Star Wars Outlaws. Okay? Not to mention, the game was completely broken. Ubisoft just does not give a flying fuck about quality control. I have no idea why would you spend that much money to not try 100%? If you're only going to put like 40 to 50% effort in and then go, you guys don't know anything, buy my game, give me money. Why would you spend all that money in setting up a game and doing all this shit if you're just going to cop out? Look at Beyond Good and Evil. They used to make decent games. But their whole thing is they got to rethink their entire IP strategy. Yeah, that would be good for them to do. Don't take IPs and shit on them. Don't acquire IPs just to take a fat shit on them and then gaslight their players and tell them, it's like, dude, do we want good Star Wars games? Absolutely. Absolutely, we'd love to play a good Star Wars game, but, one only comes out every so many years now. And it's definitely not coming from fucking Ubisoft. But, this whole article is about them completely jerking Ubisoft off so hard. God damn, bro. This whole article's a fucking cope article. Does it have an author? Anyway, all I'm trying to say is, like, this actually pissed me off. This article actually pissed me off. And I don't think that this game doing bad and them having to reevaluate their company is a bad thing. Especially not for consumers. But that's funny that the studio and these game journalists, they want to blame the players and they want to blame the IP now, I guess. They want to say, I guess Star Wars just isn't that popular. Guess we can't make any more of those video games. I mean, we're going to lose a lot of money if we keep investing into Star Wars. No. When this first came out, was genuinely excited about playing it. They first put their first shit out. I thought, man, that sounds like a good game. I thought of like, Borderlands, and I thought of the way that they had handled, not Ubisoft, but I wasn't thinking about Ubisoft at the time when I saw the trailers. I was just thinking about I played a spy or a bounty hunter or whatever in that online game. And I knew that the missions that I played and the stuff, it's all voice acted. It's so good. And I played through that campaign and I thought, man, yeah, like a modernized version of this with the same kind of feels from like Knights of the Old Republic. Obviously, that's what this game was never going to be. But I just thought in my head, I was like, oh, it could be like that. Because, like, you could just, I don't know why developers don't look at other games that are successful and just go, oh, like that Star Wars game was successful. What qualities of that did people like, for example? But they didn't do that. They did not do that. Either way, I think at the end of the day, this pissed me off because it's just another cop out. It's just another way for these guys to cop out. It's just another way for them to get away with doing this shit. It's annoying. It's annoying to me because games journalism has been completely backing these plays. Not one of them can just be a fucking person and stand up and say the real thing. Say, oh, actually, it was because the game was dog shit, broken, unplayable, looked like garbage, played like garbage. The company doesn't fucking care. The company is literally going under as we speak and is grasping at straws and has just a fucking terrible work-life environment for these people that work there. It must be so awful to work at Ubisoft. It must be fucking terrible for these games to come out of the mill like this. It must just be a fucking terrible work environment. They must get raked over the fucking coals, dude. I don't see any other way around it. And you can't always blame management, and you can't always blame developers. You can't always blame the programmers. You can't always blame the artists. Do I think that the artists at Ubisoft do decently? Yeah, I think the artists do fine. I mean, this bitch still is ugly. But that I'm not really, see, that's the thing about me is if I'm playing a video game, I'm not really like, oh, this chick is hot. 10. I'm not like that. You can have a big, ugly bitch. We played games that we played back in the day. We didn't even know Samus was a woman in Metro. I didn't. Till the bitch was like, but let's be honest, here we are living in this life thinking that an attractiveness of the game matters. I don't give a shit. If the game is bad, it's bad. And there's a lot of people who would cope and they would say, oh, it's not that bad. No, it's not. It's not that bad. Like, I'm sure, 7 out of 10. They'd say it's not that bad, but it's like, dude, your standards are too low. Your political views are too whack. Because it's always something. It has to be some, if I say that this bitch looks ugly, there'll be the groups that are like, no, she's not. And this game is amazing because she's in it. And I'm like, okay, you're just basing that because you have some weirdo opinion about sexually, like you want to have sex with video game characters. Like, I get it. I grew up in an age when Lara Croft exists. Okay? Dead or Alive Volleyball came out. I get it. I get it. But I don't necessarily play video games to jerk off. Right? That's not the point. It's like the people who play D&D, but their whole focus is like, can I have sex with this NPC? Right? I don't know why I'm so different, but I thank God I am. Because, quite frankly, that should have no bearing on whether a game is dog shit or not. Bro, what was Pac-Man? What even was Pac-Man? But then some people will still go, yeah, but Miss Pac-Man, right? And I'm like, dude, it's like a lemon drop that has a mouth. I don't know. Look, all I'm trying to say is Ubisoft has been putting out broken shit for, I feel like 10 years now. And I get it. I get it. Some of you have only played the main focus, you know, like Assassin's Creed and shit. Some of you have only played like their main focus shit. But there are other games that they have made, and they are bad and broken and don't work, and they are not really games. And it bugs the shit out of me because I remember downloading and playing and purchasing some of these games only to realize, you know, damn, you know, this is Ubisoft. It just keeps on making these fucking games. I don't like it when a game design studio makes a game, and it's like the mobile market, right? I expect it from the mobile market where they make a game that's not really a game. It's really just a treadmill for you to spend your money. Ubisoft should really go back to making mobile games. They really should. They should just go ahead and go on back to that. Because they did at one point, one of their first games was like a Texas Hold'em game. I swear to God, it's crazy. I know. But my whole thing is they should just go back to making mobile games if they want to make low effort garbage. Just go do that. Shift your company focus while you still have a company. And go make low effort garbage and people will love it. People will love it because that's mobile. On mobile, the bar is very low. Okay? Very low on mobile. And a lot of people expect the games to be like that. You know, some of Ubisoft games are giant tutorials. And I don't get why people like playing giant tutorials. I don't like being like level 600 and it's still telling me how to walk down a fucking ladder. Okay? I get for some of you, it's like you don't mind it, but it bothers me specifically. And that's a me problem. I totally understand that. That's a me problem. But either way, this is going on too long. I want to know what you guys think. Are gaming journalists just coping? What's going on? I reply to every single comment. We also have a Reddit now. Go to Reddit. Matt Kostick on Reddit. Fucking help me out here, guys. Subscribe. Comment. Do the likes or dislikes. I mean, I don't know. Shit. You know. But, you know, if you've made it to the end of the video, go ahead and just fucking subscribe. All right? See you in the next one.